One driver has the potential to sweep the whole weekend, and two red flags are brought out at Dover International Speedway. Welcome to Matt's Race News. Hello everyone, and welcome to Matt's Race News, our first ever episode that is uploaded to our channel. And we remind you to keep tuning in and to go to our website at mracing89.webs.com, and that'll be published in a few days. So this is your first ever episode, so welcome to the series. We'll be doing this throughout the whole Sprint Cup series, and throughout the off-season we'll post once a week. And for this schedule, let's kind of introduce you to our schedule and our segments that we have here. We will post twice a week during the season. We will post on Monday following the race, and then we'll post on Friday previewing the race. So our segments, we have the race rundown, if there's any kind of news headlines, and maybe we'll have guest speakers in, We'll kind of spice it up each week, but this week we're just kind of show you the race rundown. So let's get to it. So the Sprint Cup Series race was at Dover International Speedway, same with the Nationwide and Truck Series races. So it was very good race to watch, very eventful. I myself was actually there, rooting on Jeff Gordon. Not to bring in any bias, but okay. Moving on to our race rundown. Kyle Busch, as many of you probably know, won the Truck Series and the Nationwide Series race, trying to go for his second ever sweep at Dover International Speedway. He was pretty much dominant in the early laps. He took the lead on the outside going into turn 1. And led 82 laps until Jimmie Johnson took the lead on lap 82. And Jimmie Johnson kind of went on a roll after this, kind of dominant, and Kyle Busch started to fade back, and he got into some trouble on lap 124 when Clint Bowyer made contact with him going down the straightaway, and then Kyle Busch lost it going into turn 1, and that took him out of contention. He was in the garage for a little bit. He did come back out, but nothing really to bring back to the show. His sweep chances were ended. And then on lap 134, 6 cars were involved in a crash, but Biffle and Stenhouse were taken out. This caused a red flag. It was coming off of turn 2, going on the back straightaway, and as I said, brought out a red flag, pretty short red flag, and Stenhouse and Biffle, as I said, were taken out. Unfortunate for those two drivers. And then moving on, lap 140, after the restart, Harvick would take the lead from Jimmie Johnson. And that pretty much, he looked like the car to beat. It was Johnson for a little bit, kind of led a lot of laps, but then Harvick went in. He looked like he was going to win the race, knowing how he was. But then, a couple laps after that, McMurray hit a pothole that brought out another red flag, and this took a little bit, because if you guys remember the Daytona race in 2010, there was a big pothole. This pothole wasn't as big. If you want to see it, you can look it up. And it only took about a half hour to clean up. And then going into the restart, Harvick had a flat tire, and Johnson went on to take the lead. Harvick pretty much never really caught up from it on lap 166. And Johnson pretty much took over. Nobody could really beat him. Harvick was a few laps down. I don't think he ever caught up to the lead lap. And it's unfortunate because he had probably one of the best cars to beat. So, as I said, Johnson continued to dominate and won the race. He led 272 laps of the race, so definitely a very dominant car, as they call him the Monster Master. So, thank you guys for tuning in to Matt's Race News, first ever episode. We'll be back again on Friday, and if you want to stay tuned with us, go to mracing89.webs.com, which will be published in a few days. And welcome to the summer welcome to the summer series for mracing89. An update will be coming on this channel tomorrow. And thank you guys for tuning in to the first ever episode of Matt's Race News.